And I say, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Neringa. How are you?
Very good. Nella, how are you?
Fine, thank you. What is the topic for today?
So, this week, for me, what was coming up, talking to different people, having conversations, it was a topic about love and attachment. Is it love or is it attachment?
Oh, yeah.
And
So,
I think it's very interesting, interesting topic because I believe we all have different understanding about love.
yeah, I totally agreed on that.
You know, for somebody, love might mean, for example, in relationships, you know, if the couple get married, you know, and love might mean now you are mine.
Yeah, yeah,
Now you belong to me. Or, you know, I think it can be so many different kinds of loves. You can't explain in one sentence that love is, because it can be love for your partner, it can be love for your kids, it can be love
yeah,
for your friends. So it can be a lot of different kinds of loves. Plus, we all different, so we feel and understand it in different way.
yeah. And you love your children in a different way than you love your husband or wife or your best friend.
Yes,
You
yes,
you put different feelings in the love to the person.
yes.
Yeah,
And
because I, yeah,
we're just learning.
yeah,
And I think, um, you know, in my experience, a lot of people think that really attachment is love, and that's where I think there is a miscommunication and misunderstanding that happens, because
yeah.
attachment is not love.
No, definitely not.
Attachment, attachment could be from insecurity of the person who needs or seeks approval of other people, meaning they seek love in other people. Yes, they
Mhm.
don't know how to
Yeah,
love themselves, so they seek love in the relationships, or they just seek for approval of others, whether it's coworker or a friend. Those people that are people's pleasers, let's say. So
yeah,
I don't think it can be love, because it's coming from fear, it's coming from need to be loved. So
yeah,
um, how person who seeks approval on another person, and if that person says yes, you're a good person, how can that person realize what the real love is when they feel they loved only when somebody says, yes, you're a good person. Yes, you're beautiful, isn't it?
I think it's a lot of lack of self-esteem and self-confidence, because if you don't have that, you are uh, unsecure of what love is. And if you are lonely also and you are young people, I think when somebody says to you, I love you, oh, that's love. But no, it's as a way of being not alone.
Mhm.
So I think, yeah, yeah, he loves me. No, he just wants to have sex with me. Sorry. But the person will feel that is being loved, because maybe it haven't had love in the childhood or as a young one, and maybe it has had a lot of disappointment and So it has a wrong way of knowing what love is. So just the word love is, wow, somebody loves me. And yeah, you understand what I mean?
Yes, yes, I definitely agree with you that a lot of people, in my experience, because they haven't experienced love in their life, in their imagination, life is completely something different. And l- it's it's not a real love. It's like you said,
Mm,
if somebody says, I love you, it doesn't mean that it's truth. Yes, maybe
yeah,
they do want something from you just to have a good times instead of having relationship or creating friendship. Yes, with the
I'm
trust and
totally agree. Yeah.
communication.
Yeah. And I also think that when you say the word love, it's make you feel something. And because we are different people, we feel different about the word love. But if you don't have heard it with the real meaning of the words love, then it's a good feeling. And oh, I got attached to the word to hear it all the time, but I don't necessarily know what kind of love it's give me.
Yes. And I think that's why it's very important. It doesn't matter at what age, yes, to look at it, how you perceive love and what love is for you, what's the meaning of love for you. Because I believe a lot of times, because of not knowing, not experiencing true love or knowing what love is, we we end up in let's say in the wrong relationships,
Yeah,
or in the bad relationships, yes, or we just don't know how create a good relationship, because that first feeling, that romantic feeling, it fades away with time when you're in a relationship, yes. So what
oh
is
yes.
left? So to me, love, it's more than just word or I love you and those butterflies in the stomach. To me, love, it's building the trust. It's a trust, it's a
Mm,
respect, it's a open communication, it's willingness to really um, listen to another person without interrupting or without wanting to be right all the time. So there's a lot to love.
yeah.
As
And there's a difference between l- love and in love.
mhm.
In love is, like you said, the butterfly in the stomach, floating on a pink cloud, or
Yes.
that's only for a maybe a period of 2 years, and then it's gone into everyday life where it's not so pink on the cloud. And you need to learn how to respect the other person, and not being the dominant type or the underdog type. So you need to find the balance in life with a partner.
I like that.
Also,
I like
oh,
that. And
thank
and
you.
also what I think, finding balance, and I think understanding that, love comes with hard work. Relationship will not only work, if you love somebody. You have to work on so many things, commitment and having confidence in your partner, yes. Just
Yeah,
believing in a partner, and trusting and knowing, and I think a lot of people get into relationships and I'm in love, this is my person and everything, and like you said, one day is like, uh-oh, am I where I want to be? Am I with the right person?
yeah.
So
And
I
it's fun you say about the work with the relationship, because I always said the hardest work in the world is to be in a relationship, because you have to work on it on a daily basis, 24/7. You can't just sit back and say,
yes,
because
today I'm not gonna work on it.
yeah, because it's love between two people is a living thing. It's not a dead thing. You need to move on. You need to embrace it, and be grateful for having love, because I think a lot of people don't have love in their life. And I'm a couples therapist also, and I have a lot of clients that says, if you can give me 3 good advice, then I can sort him out and we will have a good relationships. But that's not how it works. It has to be a togetherness to get it to work.
Very interesting to what you say in your experience about that person seems wanted to fix the partner. And I am in a lot of different groups for women. And what I notice, and it's very, very common for them to blame on the partner, blame partner. That partner, he made me feel this way. He did this. And a lot of times after they blame them, what happens, and they say, well, they need to fix themselves. And my question is, if you're in the relationship and you point out only at your partner, and I'm not saying there are some cases of abuse where actually you can't fix anybody, you just need to go and leave that relationship to save your life. But in many relationships, if person doesn't understand, and if they go to counseling and they expect another person to change, and you don't have to do anything, how in what world those people live in? And like I said, in those groups of women, they expect something from the partners, but they don't take responsibility, because I believe it's 50-50. And I'm not saying sometimes it's so hard that you don't see going with a partner another day. And that's why I think it's very, very important to keep love going, yes? To keep igniting that spark that maybe, is gone or is fading away. Both people need to sit down and have an open conversation exactly how they feel. But what I also believe, they need to be aware that another person is not responsible for their feelings. Yes? Another person may trigger you and you feel a certain way, but they are not responsible how you feel.
Yeah, you are totally correct there. Yeah, because I think it's, you have a tennis court and you turn all the balls over on the other side, but you need to have the ball on your side, and look at the ball and say, what can I do to change this? How can I do, and what can I do to change my partner's behavior towards me?
Yes.
It all comes from ourselves, because if you treat your partner in a different way, maybe the partner also would treat you in a different way. We always have to look at ourselves when we are pointing fingers. When you point a finger like that, 3 fingers point back at you. So, and we don't think about that in the moment. We just need to have right, and it's me. I'm the person who's and you're wrong on the other side. I'm the right, but that's not necessarily true. And I think a lot of people and in relationships, they don't, when you meet and when you are in love and you are floating on the pink cloud, you don't talk about expectations. And I think that's very important. If we talk about expectations of the relationship, what do you expect of me and what do I expect of you? And can we combine the expectations so it can be a round ball all over instead of a knot with,
Yes, I understand. So what you're saying, it's about, I guess it has to be clear communication, both way clear communication, what I want, what I expect, what I want, how I feel. Another person says exactly the same thing. Um, do you think that sometimes when people are scared, like they say they're attached, yes, let's say woman without a confidence, she falls in love with a person that shows appreciation and affection and everything, but this is comes that like we spoke, it's a love seeker, approval seeker of another person, and all of a sudden there is that attachment, and she might not be able to clearly communicate what she wants and she needs, because she comes into that relationship to serve rather than say how she feels and she wants, because there's fear behind it.
yeah. I also think what you are saying about the woman come into a relationship to serve, that was the upbringing. We are uh, brought up to be a pleaser, be the nice girl, be the nice woman, and do all the service stuff. And I think that's changing in the world now. And I don't think necessarily is for the better, because we can go, tip it all around. And then we need to have the balance in the relationship. And oh, sorry, I just need to close this. Ah, yeah.
So, okay, I just
So,
want to say
yeah,
something, recording it. Okay, so we have 3 minutes left. Yeah.
yeah,
So I think what would be good for us also to practice, if you introduce yourself, if I introduce myself, yeah.
yeah,
And do you want to try that?
yeah. Let's try that.
So we just
Yeah,
look how we look like when we introduce ourselves.
lose ourselves. Yeah,
Mhm. So if you want to do that.
yeah, yeah. Hi, my name is Anilla, and I'm 62 years old. I have 4 children. I have been married for over 14 years. And I just love to talk about what's happening in life as a woman, and I also love to share my story and my experience with others.
Well, thank you so much for introducing yourself. And I am Neringa. Originally, I'm from Lithuania, but living in Spain, in Canary Island, Tenerife. I am a reflective therapy practitioner, coach, and also a spiritual mentor. I work with groups of students from UK. We do mindfulness and self-care presentations and discussions. Here, me and Anella, we're doing the two women talk. We figure out that this world needs a lot. We'll figure
You're
out.
doing good, yeah.
I want to
Oh,
find the way we introduce, like when you say, this is two women talk. And we
yeah,
are inspired by, or like we see challenges in the world, go we'll find the way. Like you know,
Yeah,
now we're just trying.
yeah, exactly. And
It's something like
I
short but clear for them. I just love that. This is two women talk about mental, emotional, and physical wellness, or something like that. And we can say we're inspired. We're here to inspire you for a change and transformation because we see that world needs that. Something like that. Something like boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. So for people is. Because we can always post and write at the top.